going on, everyone? Northeast RC here, back in the shop. I just picked up the Proline Mx43 Badlands bead locks for my Outcast 8S. Now, you guys well know that if you want to mount these things, you have to drill them out to 24 millimeters to get them to fit your hubs on your Outcast. So use the step drill bit for that. I'm going to show you guys how to drill them out. And if you're running the hot racing wheel nuts like I am, they have a pretty big lip on the outer edge of them, and they don't quite fit. I'll show you why, and I'll show you guys how to take care of it and how to mount these things properly so you don't screw up your $200 wheels. So we're going to hop down the bench. I'm going to show you guys how to mount these things properly. All right, so here's our Mx43s. And as you guys know, these come with a 17 millimeter hole. If you want to run these on the Outcast or the Kraton, you have to drill a 24 millimeter hole. So what you're going to need is a step drill bit like this. It'll self-center. You're just going to drop this in the center with a drill and drill down until you get the proper size. After that's done, I'll take my Milwaukee M12 rotary tool or a Dremel, whatever you have, and I'll use this drum sander bit, and I'll come inside and just clean up the inside of the wheel with it. Now after that's done, you're all set if you're running the stock lug nuts. But if you're running these hot racing lug nuts like I am, they have an outer lip on them, so they're wider than the stock ones. So what happens is when you put this on, they sit on top of these other lug nuts. So what you need to do is take your rotary tool with this bit on here, and I'm going to come in here and just clean up each one of these lugs and just make it nice and round on the inside, and then that thing will fit in there flush. So we're going to get going on that. I'm going to get this all ground up. I got 2 rims left to do, and these things will be done. So I'm going to get this going right now. All right, so I just ground down all 6 of these lugs. So now, if you can see in there, see I can fit that flush. Where before this thing was just sitting on top of them. So now this is sitting in here flush. So I'll be able to put this on the truck and lock them down tight. I'm gonna grab the other one and do the other wheel. Now, if you'll notice the difference here, I can't even move that. It's sitting on top of those 6 lug nuts. Where here's the one I just did. Now you can see I can move it around because I made myself room in there using the grinder and cleaned up those lugs so this will fit in there. So we're going to do the same thing on this wheel. All right, now you can see I got some wiggle room. And I'll also leave you a little room for when you use your 24 millimeter socket to put these things on. Well, 15/16, I'm sorry. Make sure you use a 6-point so this fits in here and you don't mar it up. I use an impact. I don't really care because I want them tight. I don't want them falling off. So mine are a little marred up, but if you don't want to scratch them up, just make sure you use a 6-point socket and just crank it down by hand. But now you'll leave yourself a little bit of room, even with those lugs, because now I ground it. I got plenty of room to turn this and put it on. So that's basically it. We're going to get these on the truck now, and we're going to be done. All right, so here they are on the truck. We don't have to worry about them falling off anymore. These things are on there nice. See if I can get you guys a look at them. They're not sitting on top of the lug nuts no more. They're nice and flush. Both wheels sitting in there nice. So they're torqued down. I don't have to worry about them coming off. If you're going to run these hot racing lug nuts, this is the trick you need to do. All right, guys, so I hope you guys found this video a little bit helpful and a little informative. If you did, smash a like on the video, drop something down in the comments, and until the next time, keep building and bashing.